It's 11:43 p.m. You open your bank app. You stare at one number, $1,247. You're running the math in your head. Rent is the first. That's $890. Car insurance hits on the third. That's $94. You've got a subscription you forgot to cancel, $14.99. The number doesn't change, but your heart rate does. Most people think this feeling is a discipline problem. They tell you to skip the coffee or make a better budget. Here's what they don't tell you. There is a machine running underneath that number, and every time you get close to zero, it charges you $35 to borrow $4. That machine made $7.7 billion last year. It didn't make that money from millionaires. It made it from people checking their balance at 11:43 p.m. Today, I'm showing you how the machine was built, how it secretly shuffles your spending to trigger more fees, and the 2025 decision that made sure it stays exactly where it is. Picture a safety net. In 1969, a small bank in Georgia offered something new. If your check bounced, they'd cover it. No embarrassment, no return payment fee. They charged you $5. It was a genuine safety net. But over the last 50 years, that net transformed. By 2005, that $5 became $35. And it wasn't just for checks anymore. Every debit card swipe, every ATM withdrawal, every automatic 99-cent iCloud charge that takes you 1 cent below zero triggers a $35 fee. One overdraft? $35. 3 in one day? $105. The net didn't disappear. It just learned how to charge admission every time you fall through it. And here is the extraction math. The bottom 9% of account holders, the people with the lowest balances, pay 84% of all overdraft fees in America. The net wasn't built for emergencies. It was built for profit. The government tried to fix this in 2010. A new rule said banks couldn't automatically enroll you in protection for debit cards. You had to opt in. The banks didn't stop. They just changed their sales pitch. They gave tellers scripts. They gave managers quotas. They called it a revenue preservation strategy. But the part they fought hardest to keep quiet? It's called transaction reordering. Imagine you have $100. On Monday, you buy an $8 coffee, a $12 lunch, $15 for gas, and $94 for groceries. In the order you actually spent the money, only the groceries would overdraft. One fee, $35. But banks discovered that if they processed the highest dollar amount first, the $94 hits your $100 balance immediately. Now you only have $6 left. The gas overdrafts, the lunch overdrafts, the coffee overdrafts, same 4 purchases, same Monday. But now you owe $140 in fees instead of $35. Major banks have paid hundreds of millions in settlements for this. They never admitted wrongdoing. They just viewed the fines as the cost of doing business. If your balance is comfortable, a $4 shortfall costs nothing. If your balance is $3.99, that same $4 costs you $35. That is an annualized interest rate of over 17,000%. This is why you feel anxious at 11:43 p.m. You aren't just tired. You're running a calculation against a trap you can't always see. The $7 coffee isn't what breaks you. It's the $35 fee on the $7 coffee. In late 2024, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau finalized a rule to cap these fees at $5. It would have saved Americans $5 billion a year, but in early 2025, Congress voted to kill the rule. The president signed that reversal into law. They didn't just stop the $5 cap. They used a procedure that prevents the agency from ever passing a similar rule again. Without a new act of Congress, the machine won. Banks will collect their $7.7 billion again this year. The machine is still running, but you can step outside of it. Do these 3 things right now. 1. Turn off overdraft protection. Find the setting in your app. If you don't have the money, the card will just decline. A declined transaction is embarrassing for 5 seconds. A $35 fee hurts for a month. 2. Set a low balance alert at $50, not $0, $50. Give yourself a buffer to move money before the extraction zone starts. 3. Switch to a fee-free bank. Banks like Ally, Capital One, or Discover have already eliminated these fees voluntarily. If your bank is still charging $35, they are telling you exactly how much they value your loyalty. It's 11:43 p.m. You're looking at your phone. $1,247. The number is the same. But now you know how the machine works. You know why the $5 cap was killed. And most importantly, you know exactly how to make sure they never get another dollar of yours again.